Om Shanti and a very good morning from Aberdeen.Hindu Temple. Today is the 11th of April 2021. Let's have a minute of silence and become very peaceful inside. Very good morning from Aberdeen.Hindu Temple. Today is the 11th of April and it is April morning. Definitely with a little bit of snow, cold, but yet the sun is shining. And so what I was thinking about this morning was really about the power to churn. To churn means to move something around and to actually, through that activity that I have with it, to actually create something new, something better. For example, to churn is used with milk. You take a pot of milk and you start to churn, which means to move it around, to move the milk around. And it happens that if you continue to do it for a long time and you do it consistently, you get actually butter out of it. And so what happened is that you took milk initially, but then the milk actually became butter, which is actually a much more valuable. I take water and I churn water, then actually I do not get something else, something different out of it. It just stays water, even though it is not as beneficial to drink. And that is why I understand that in Indian homes, the advice is to leave the water overnight in an earthenware pot and then to drink it. Because if the water has done many, it needs is just some peace and calmness. So maybe that is something to take as well, that actually to be beneficial, I need some peace and calmness. And to be able to churn, I need some time with myself, inside myself, so that I can actually bring the jewels, the valuable experiences out of my. Is it my brain cells who are churning, or is it the one that is inside myself, the one who is the eternal one, who is able to? And so the type of thoughts that I have actually determine what feelings, what emotions I have at the end of it. And then if I start to put the good things into practice, then I actually start to of my life ahead. I actually start to apply that what I want to apply in my life, and not just what life throws at me. And so, for example, if I actually sit at home and I actually think about a problem that I have, then I might actually churn it, I might actually think about it. But what often happens is that I'm stuck and I keep having the same thought over and over again. And I would call that to be worrying rather than extracting the jewels and actually deciding and moving ahead in a positive way. Sometimes to get unstuck, what is important is to go for a walk, because our thought starts to move. we get an awareness of what options, what possibilities there are, and so we start to find solutions. Because a powerful soul is one who actually becomes aware of a situation, of a problem, and then finds solutions to act on them. And to churn is actually a way to become strong inside, to learn about myself, to be fully aware of what's going on in my life and the things that I would like to change, and then to find solutions and move forward. And so in spiritual practice, this churning can also be called awareness, to become aware, but that's only part of churning. Because in awareness, I get clarity of what the situation is that I'm facing, and maybe the difficulties that I'm actually encountering. And then with that awareness, with knowing what is happening, I then start looking for solutions. And that's where churning comes in. If I use positive thoughts, if I actually give positive understanding of whatever is happening in my life, if I'm able to detach myself and seize the situation for what it is, and then at the same time really practice qualities such as forgiveness, such as tolerance, such as love, such as peace, such as cooperation. And I start taking them and I connect with the Supreme. And I allow the light of the Supreme to shine onto the situation. Then I will be able to recognize, even in difficult situations, the choices that I can take and the opportunities that there are. And so whatever situations there are that are difficult, maybe negative as well, I can see the jewels that are there in disguise and start to collect them. Because whatever I collect, whatever I experience through churning, unless I share it with others, unless I actually help others to see themselves and make their own decisions and thereby grow spiritually, unless I do that, their light will never be used by me, but I just sleep on it. Yeah, so money is also a currency that has to be used to actually create more and to create a better point, not having anything, maybe sit in a cold house, but have a stack of money under the mattress. So it's about using it. And so my thoughts we learn and develop spiritually. Because it's very easy just to sit and pray or sit and chant and sit and think the same thoughts again. But unless I actually learn from the thoughts that I have, unless I actually help myself to transform myself, unless I do these things, there is no further progress. And if there's no further progress, I'm stuck. And if I'm stuck, I'm not moving forward. And my problems will start pulling me down. Daddy Janki, who used to be our administrative, our chief of Brahma Kumaris, she woke up every morning and she asked herself three questions. And she said, first question, who am I? Who do I belong to? And the third question was, what newness shall I bring into my day to day? So this was somebody who was 104 years old. And she asked herself these questions. And let's go through these questions. Who am I? And this is something to really churn. And I would encourage you over the next week to actually start churning even on this question, which is an eternal question, which is a very deep question. Who am I? Who am I, the soul? And when I go into that situation, when I actually start to turn on who am I, then I have to become the detached observer. And without any opinions, just watch myself and understand what is going on inside myself. How am I actually expressing myself in my work? Yeah. Move to the next step. Who do I belong to? Family, we are a child of so-and-so, or mother of so-and-so, or father of so-and-so, or partner, or whatever, wife, husband. We have no status. But that's not true, because each one of us is living their life, and each one of us is valuable. And so, who do we belong to eventually, eternally? Who is the one we belong to all the time? So, before even this birth, before even all the other many births I might have had, I've always belonged to the Supreme. And so by belonging to the Supreme, there's another awareness that comes into my mind, into my intellect, and that's that awareness of being a child of God, of being always under the canopy of the Supreme. So who am I? Who do I belong to? And what newness can I bring into my life? And that's where the churning comes. The churning happens on a foundation of security, a foundation of positivity, and a foundation of enthusiasm and motivation to really be the best and the highest you can be. And so by having the awareness that I'm a soul, I have gone through maybe many lives, I'm eternal, so nothing can really happen to me. This body can be in a situation that is poor, but I, the soul, I cannot be touched by any of these things. I'm a child of the Supreme. And now let me see, with the light of the Supreme, how can I bring newness into this world? What goodness can I bring? How can I encourage others? Because again, whatever I do, let me involve others. And by involving others, let us create beauty in this world. Yeah. So churning is something that I do encourage you. When you sit in meditation, first you have to become peaceful. And you have to let go of everything that is in your mind. Take a nice deep breath and relax. The seat of the soul is where the third eye is, where the bindi is normally put. So take another deep breath and just relax even more. Feel the light of the Supreme shining on you. And like a rain, just wash away any difficulties, any pain, any worry, leaving you completely clean, pure. Step into a place in time, in space, that is separate from your current situation. Allow yourself to shine as the diamond, as the beautiful child of the Supreme, the one who is here to bring light into the world. Baba's light, the light of the Supreme, shines on you and fills you with love, unconditional love, peace, happiness, and wisdom. Because in this clarity, in this awareness of who am I and who do I belong to, there are no questions anymore. Time becomes eternal. I know this body is perishable, but I, the soul, the eternal being, am imperishable. I'm eternal. And I always will have the guiding hand, the canopy of it. A light shines in the center of my forehead, but also through my eyes. I feel light inside myself. And by feeling light, I experience wellness and happiness inside. I understand that the drama of life is benevolent. And even though I may be facing situations that are not benevolent, if I stay in that connection with the Supreme, even those things that don't seem benevolent will transform, will change. And it's my deep trust and my deep faith that this is the case. A powerful soul is one who has awareness and then takes determined action. Now, in this awareness, there's also responsibility. What are my responsibilities towards this world, towards this body? Because first and foremost, I'm responsible for myself. Then I'm responsible. So to become like a king, to have self-sovereignty, means to have awareness and to have responsibility. And in your mind, see yourself in your royal form, in your angelic form. And you will notice that you're standing strong and powerful and straight. And your eyes are looking straight. And they have benevolence that is emitting from them. And now see all the situations in your life. And fill those situations with the light of the Supreme. Feel like a flow of light falling on them and transforming any into gentle, loving, powerful, clear light. And if there are any difficulties, any situations, I have the responsibility to put them right. So I, the child of the Supreme, I, the eternal soul, have the opportunity to share Baba's light with the world. Be a place where Baba's light is creating the foundation. Baba's virtues are creating the foundation on which I plant the seeds of my thoughts. And seeds take time to grow into flowers. And they require a lot of tendering and looking after to make sure that they grow and develop. Let me bring beauty and strength into this world. Let me transform a landscape that is barren into a landscape that is full of wealth and beauty. To do so, become peaceful inside. I take nice deep breaths. I relax inside myself to the Supreme. And I wait patiently and quietly till I feel Baba's love and light in myself. Till I feel absolutely relaxed and happy. Now, when I walk through the day, I walk with care, with awareness. I have my eye open, my eyes open, my heart open. And my heart shares love with those around me. My heart is true. My heart is light. My heart is full of virtues, and I share them freely with the world. I'm generous. I benefit those around me. I'm forgiving. And I'm encouraging and empowering others to be their best. And at all times, the light of the Supreme is shining through me. Whatever situation comes in front of me is like a seed. And let me transform that seed so it becomes beautiful and it germinates and becomes a flower eventually through my tendering, loving care. We have this great opportunity to be here, to share the light and the love of the Supreme with the world. First of all, I'm responsible for my own wellness because God helps those who help themselves, which means I have to take action, I have to be aware, I have to share Baba's light with the world. And as I do, whatever difficulties I see all around me, I'm prepared. I know what I have to do. I have to stay in that positivity, in that love. And I have to make others aware that there is hope and it is possible to stay loving, to stay happy, to stay well, no matter what is going on around us. So over this next few weeks, this week, next week, churn on the soul, on the Supreme, on God, Baba, and on what newness I'm to bring into this world this week. And let every day be a day of power, a day of victory, where we even apply a small step, a small part, but don't allow our heart to be broken, but our heart to be overflowing and to be big. So give yourself time to churn, to think, maybe in the evening or early morning. Have a lovely week. Om Shanti. Keep the power of churning, the power of remembrance, and the power of awareness in your mind. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day.